Daddy.
Imagine that you're a plumber, but instead of working with pipes in your home, you're working with human pipes. Every year, millions of people suffer from heart disease. And when heart attacks take place, it kills part of the heart, the muscles inside of your heart. For many years, we've relied on 3D printed patches to fix the damage, but the huge problem is that the thicker piece of paper cells on the outer part would survive, but the ones in the middle would end up getting suffocated. And right here is the 3D bioprinted perfusible vessels. And this is the process that takes place in 3D bioprinting. Here you have the personal hydrogel, the bio ink formulations, and then the 3D printing into the vascularized cardiac patch that goes into the human-like structure, into the one's heart. A recent study has shown in 2025 they had a breakthrough in bioprinting with perfusible blood vessels. This solved the suffocation problem, and today we're going to take a look at why heart issues and why they would die in the lab, and as well as the sacrificial engineer, the process of creating these new blood vessels. In order to understand why we need perfusible blood vessels, we need to understand a little bit of biology terms. Our bodies need oxygen and nutrients, and they move through a process. These move through a process called diffusion. A report done in January of 2026 for the International Journal of Molecular Sciences, oxygen can only travel naturally about 200 micrometers into solid tissue. That's about the equivalent thickness of 2 pieces of human hairs. If scientists print a heart patch that is 1 centimeter thick, needed to repair the human heart, the outside cells are healthy, but the inside die shortly, maybe a few hours after. The solution was to build a plumbing system that was directly into the tissue as it was printing. And this is a sacrificial templating. Here. This is the template fabrication and the embedding and the solidification of these. This is the process that it goes through. So I'm going to go through the steps, and 3D printing uses temporary sacrificial ink material, and this is called Plurone F127. It prints the shape of the blood vessels first, and then after they start to look like little red spider webs. Then the printer pours the ink of the living cardiomyocytes around the muscle made from the bio ink that is the red spider web. Then the magic step takes place, which is the Pluronic ink. And it's temperature sensitive, so when the temperature drops, the ghost ink turns into liquid. And that was a study that was done at Stanford University. And scientists then flush the liquid out, leaving the hollow channels that we will see. And then these channels are shown inside and then lined with HUVEC cells. And these cells prevent the blood from clotting, and it allows the patches to breathe. That is here. And this one. So this is taking place currently. As of last month, February of 2026, researchers at Université de Montréal, they said they have successfully created a heart on a chip. And those models are using this method by hooking up these perfusible blood vessels to a pump, as shown in step 4 of my diagram on my visual aid. They were able to keep 1 centimeter patch alive for many weeks, and the cells survived and then they ended up beating in rhythm as well. This is the first time in medical history that they were able to print a tissue this thick and keep it 100% viable. We no longer need band-aids for hearts, and we can look at fully functioning, living parts to integrate into patients' circulatory systems and by replacing the old way of doing things. The plumbing of the heart was once a difficult thing to patch or replicate in medical history. But now, using sacrificial inks to create hollow channels or hollow perfusible vessels in these channels, we have broken that barrier. We've seen how vessels prevent cell death and how sacrificial process works, and how recent breakthroughs brings us closer to a future where heart disease is no longer a death sentence, but a repairable one. 3D printing isn't just the printing of plastic toys or car parts. It's also about printing parts for human blood vessels or pulsating vessels printed to save humans' lives.